observe Jhulan Yatra, then Janmashtami, Radhashtami, and Gauru Purnima, and all festivals of Yatra, all these. These are our festival life. It is give us mostly pleasure, but same time these are also our sadhana. But when we practice these festivals, we feel happy. We never have any austerity. We don't have any such heavy burden or practice. But happily, we enjoy this festival, nice prasadam, singing, dancing together. And same time, we are also developing, progressing our sadhana. And this is Kartum Susukham Kartum Abhyayam. Bhagavad Gita he told. So now we will go to open our Jhulan Yatra, Jhulan there. Then we will come also we discuss about Jhulan Yatra and our Sarvadik Prabhu, Sripad Sarvadik Prabhu, that day he spoke. Today also he will speak about Jhulan Yatra. And tomorrow morning, 5:30 in Indian time, and evening time in Mexico is 7 p.m. We have one interfaith, world religious parliament. They have meeting, so they invited me to join. So I will participate there for 1 hour. So I will speak early morning there. And today we go to take darshan of Jhulan Yatra, Jhulan Mahotsav. Then we will come and discuss again there. Sarvadik Prabhu also narrated this. And later on, we will continue again our Bhagavata Dharma from 11th canto Bhagavatam. That will be later. Now in these days, everything is under the inside Bhagavata Dharma, Bhakti Dharma. Everything is Bhakti Dharma here. So let us go to Jhulan Yatra. We will little swing and do some kirtan, and we will start Harikatha. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Hari. Jhulan Yatra Mahotsav ki jai. Harinam. Okay.
Dandavad. So now go to the Kirtan hall for the Jhulan Yatra Kirtan and Darshan. This is the temple in Sri Mayapur Dham. Very beautiful ashram. Srila Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Puri Goswami Maharaj ki jai. And Al Guru Vargas, Al Guru Parampara. And so we will be in the Kirtan and Arati. And this is the decoration of Jhulan Yatra for today.
बिहारी जी की जय। झूलन यात्रा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय ओम श्रीपाद परमहंस भक्ति विचार विष्णु महाराज।
अच्युता प्रभु Hare Krishna. So now go again to the class, to the Harikatha with Gurudev and Sarvadrik Prabhu. Okay, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Guru Sri Juta Pada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnava Sri Rupam Shakrajatam Shadvitam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Jagadananda Pandaya Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunasi Jiva Gopala Bhutta Raghunath Vichaya Gosai Kari Charane Bandhan Jahai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So by the mercy of our Guru Bhargasa and Vaishnavas, we are observing this festival. Today is very auspicious Ekadasi, and same time also Jhulan Yatra, very sweet pastime of Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. Always this festival is in Golok Vrindavan. Golok Vrindavan always the Sakhis, Mandaris and Dasis, they always busy with enjoying with Radha Krishna's all this Rasa Leela, Pulana Leela, then many conjugal Nikunja Leelas, many Leelas there. And here we are in this mortal condition, always in fear, with many problems, with physical, mental, financial, social, many diseases, many problems, this coronavirus problems. Goloka Vrindavan, no coronavirus there, no any virus there. Only Krishna is the main virus there. He is the main enjoying, and he is, yes, he is the only one enjoyer there. Everyone servants there. Here, everyone masters. Everyone enjoy. They want to enjoy everyone. This is different world, different nature. We are under this condition. But by the Supreme Lord's mercy, He distributed His frame in this planet 5,000 years before He came to this place and performed this Leela, and it's mostly our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appeared to distribute this frame to whole world without discrimination of any religion, any culture, any society, any place in the person, and any material social principle. We completely your spiritual soul can serve to the soul Krishna and our divine couple Radha Krishna. So he has given our Sankirtan. We can chant Radha Krishna's name, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raya Ramananda's discussion is most toughest discussion about philosophy in Chaitanya Charitamrita that we have written when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Raya Ramananda. Then he told, what is the supreme worship? Then Raya Ramananda told, the Radha Krishna name, most supreme worshipping is name of Radha Krishna. So we are fortunate in Kali Yuga if we are suffering by different way, but same time the Supreme Lord merciful to Kali Yuga people. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also distributed this in this parampara, this succession, disciple succession. We are also fortunate to receive this and practice this, and we will achieve our goal, the supreme. One cannot attain thereby jnana, yoga, karma, dana, vrata, many process. No one can be able to attain there. This is actually, we are following this Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means spontaneous attachment to Krishna and Radharani. But here we are in material condition with this body, material body. We maintain our body and family and society. So we have to maintain our principles. But really, this is a love, spontaneous love, transcendental love to Krishna and Radharani. So this is, we practice this way. And different way explained in scriptures. So I think everyone can get this spontaneous divine love to this our worshipable couple, this Radha and Govinda. So I think today morning I have class for the interpret I already told you before. You can also participate there. But now I will request to our Sarvabhauma Prabhu, and he that day he was explaining, and today he also will explain. So everyone concentrate hear his class. Jai Sri Pad Sarvabhauma Prabhu ki jai. Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Devi Ye Vishesha Shanyavadi Ye Guru Jnana Dhyana Nama Shishtamanumati Sachi Vikramitra Savitam Yukam Kisai Radha Kundam Giri Param O Raja Kamala Rasim Pukri Sakti Tam Gopika Visharadesh Kanyanti Samasnadari Sampradaya Radha Samvita Samsatim Sati Sangani Vasam Vande Nanta Advaita Shri Shri Chaitanya Vichoti Bhakti Sarasam Vichasma Nityananda Parinama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Okay, speaking. So before speaking, I offer millions of obeisances from the sweet S.B.Vichar Bishnu Maharaj, who kindly is expected for many years now by his mercy and the wonderful science of Krishna Bhakti. I offer my millions of obeisances to the seat of Vishnu Maharaj, Paramahansa Paribhag, by his kindness and mercy, I find myself associated with this wonderful institution. And I offer millions of obeisances to the lotus feet of the Bhikshu Guru, V.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who dragged me from material life and took me, placed me in the shelter of this lotus feet and the lotus feet of elevation. So I try to pick up this track. The boss and the Guru to find the So today we're observing Jhulan Yatra, Lord Radha Govinda's transcendental swing festival.
So we should understand philosophically what is the principle of bhakti. In the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord gives wonderful indication how he is pleased. He says, Patram Pushpam Kalantoyam Muni Bhaktya Purikiti Kadaham Bhakti Bharitam Krishnani Priyatatma. If one offers Lord Krishna a flower, a wheat, water, a fruit, with devotion, he is pleased to accept it. Someone may ask, why is he asking for water? Nile River is there, Ganges River is there, Amazon, Mississippi, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Red Sea, Caspian Sea, Mediterranean. Billions of gallons of water is there by his creation. Why is he asking for water? Similarly, in due season, due course of time, the trees are overladen with fruits and flowers. Why is he asking for fruits and flowers? What does he actually want from us? He says, Yumai Bhaktya Virchiti. He wants our love, he wants our devotion. He said, what else can you offer to him? Everything else is his property. He says, Bhomera Panalo Vayu Kamano Ahankara Itiname Dinna Prakriti Ashtila. The entire creation is his energy, his separated 8 material energies. Aham Sarvasya Pavavo, Pataksavam Pavadade Iti Matva Bhajanti Mam Buddham Samangita. The entire creation is created, is manifest from his energy. What can you give to him that he doesn't already have? That is our love, our bhakti. Everything else is his property. You can't give him money. You can't give him flowers, fruits. He only wants our love. For example, if a child comes to his father and he says, Daddy, I brought you one candy. What is the candy? Is insignificant thing. And where did the child get the candy? He got it from his father also. But when the father sees my son is giving me this piece of candy because he loves me, father's heart melts with affection. This is the principle of bhakti. We can't give anything to Krishna that he doesn't already want. He wants our love. So how to express that love? This is the whole principle of bhakti. In the next verse, it says, Yakpuroshi adashisi yashtabosi vinasina. He says that whatever you do, whatever you eat or offer or give away, whatever austerity that you perform, Madarpana, you offer that to me. This is a principle of bhakti, that whatever we do in this world, we offer to Krishna. By this activity, we come to a higher platform of understanding. What is that understanding? Krishna Prema. This is the most verified, highest objective of human life. And it has to be achieved in due course of time by the process of sadhana. You can't jump over the principles of Krishna Bhakti. You can't jump over immediately from Shraddha to Prema any more than you can jump from kindergarten to college. One has to go through the stages from kindergarten to school to college, from MA to PhD. There's a process. So we follow sadhana to come to that. So our acharyas taught Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati taught us Kujala Ragapata Gaurava Bhanga. We keep this path, the sacred path of Raga Marg, high over our heads. We worship that. The object of our worship are the residents of Vrindavan, who are full of divine prema of the Lord, whose whole life is the Lord, whose only happiness is the Lord's happiness. With every breath, with every beat of their heart, everything is. So to come to that, we practice sadhana. We are in a probationary state. Probation means we haven't become completely free from the modes, the influence of the modes of material nature. But by practicing sadhana, we gradually become free and we're liberated and can experience Goloka Prem in due course of time. Automatically, it will come to us by the process of sadhana, by sadhana bhakti. When I was in America, I used to do prison preaching, jail preaching. And the principle there is that if someone has committed an offense, they're locked in jail to protect the rest of society from their bad character. So once they've paid their price, then incarcerated for a brief period of time, then they're released, but not directly into society. They're put on probation. They're put in what's called halfway house. They're not free, but they're not in prison either. They're in a halfway situation, and they have to report. They have to report to a probation officer. And when they're shown themselves to be worthy citizens, they no longer have the criminal mindset, then they're released back into society. In a similar way, we're in this process of sadhana bhakti means we're in a probationary period. We're practicing the same thing that the residents of Goloka are doing. The residents of Goloka are observing this beautiful festival of Jhulan Yatra. But their festival is, they're overwhelmed with love of God. Their whole existence is imbued, is saturated with love of God. And we're simply practicing. But by that practice, under the directions of the probation officer, Sri Guru, we come to the higher stage. We qualify ourselves to also enter into that divine Jhulan. So Krishna is saying, Matpurusva Madarpana, you offer everything to me. This is the principle of sadhana. We live our life as we're destined. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, this is Karmana Daivanatena Jantu Devopapateye, Steka Vishnu Urdaram Pamsa Veta Kanashmi. That our life is mapped out for us from the moment of conception. Our wealth, our health, our happiness, our fame, our infamy, everything's mapped. The duration of our life also is mapped out for us. This is our life, our destiny. So what do we do with our destiny? We use whatever our destiny is, we offer to Krishna. If your destiny is to be a millionaire, then use millions of dollars in Krishna's service. If your destiny is to be a pauper, a beggar, then offer whatever you can to Krishna. Srila Vishnu Maharaj is telling a beautiful Leela this morning about two devotees, both pure devotees. One, Maharaj Bahulashwar, and one very poor devotee, his name was Shrutadev, not Shrutadev. Shrutadev was so poor he could hardly feed his family, and hardly clothe his family, keep a roof over their head. But he was 10% pure devotee. And Bahulash was a king with his army, his treasury, his queens, with wealth and incredible opulence. But both were pure devotees. So when Krishna came with the entourage of great sages to Mithila, they both came out to greet the Lord. And the Lord didn't discriminate between the devotee who had great opulence and the devotee who had nothing, who hardly had a shirt on his back. And he agreed to come to both of their homes out of his compassion because he's controlled by love of his devotee, by devotee's love. He says in Bhagavatam, Aham Bhakta Paranina Nasatanta Ivadvaja Saudavya Grasta Vidya Bhakta Jana Priyaha. He says, I have no independence. He told Durvasa Muni when Durvasa came, being chased by Sudarshan Chakra, seeking refuge from the Sudarshan Chakra. He fell at Lord Vishnu's feet, trying to become free from this burning effulgence of Sudarshan Chakra. The Lord spoke these verses, saying that I have no independence, telling him how much offense he'd made to Ambarish Maharaj, how offensive he'd been to the devotee, how much he loves devotee, to the extent that he's controlled by his devotee. That I have no independence. Nasa Tantra Ibadvaja. Oh, dear Dvija, oh, my dear Brahmana, yeah, I have no independence. I'm under the control of my devotees. The devotees are in my heart, and I'm in the heart of the devotees. The devotees don't know anything but me, and I don't know anything but them. This is the power of Krishna Bhakti. So when Krishna saw his two devotees, Shrutadev and King Maharaj Bahulashwar, what to do? They're both giving me invitation to come to their home. So in order to satisfy both, he expanded himself twice to enter the home of Maharaj Bahulashwar and to simultaneously enter the home of Shrutadev, just to please them, because he's controlled by love. So our whole objective in sadhana bhakti is to awaken that love. And these festivals of Janmashtami, which is also coming up, Balaram, appearance day, all these different festivals, Ram Navami, Nishinga Chaturdasi, Purnima, all these festivals are meant to give us a taste for what is Goloka Prema, to encourage us in our Krishna Bhakti, to help us appreciate what is the value of Krishna Bhakti. Because Krishna Bhakti is the most powerful thing, that it controls Krishna. Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. He's not Yogi Vatsal, he's not Jnani Vatsal, he's not Karmi Vatsal. He is Bhakta Vatsal. He's controlled by his Bhakta. Now this word Vatsal is significant also. Vatsal means a calf. Krishna has affection for his devotee, just as Mother Cow has so much love and affection for her calf. We saw this one time. My wife and I were staying in a rural community, Prabhupada village in North Carolina, and one of the devotees there was taking care of cows. One of the cows had a baby. So all the devotees gathered to welcome the baby cow, the baby calf into the world. They gave some tikka on his forehead, some garland. We had little kirtan. Some devotee offered a lamb. Some other cow was on the other side of the fence, and the baby cow was on this side of the fence with the devotees. So a tiny little dog came up to see what is going on. Not a big ferocious dog, a little tiny dog. They came up and sniff and see what is this calf. But when the mother saw that the dog was approaching her calf, practically she broke through the fence to try and protect what she perceived to be danger to her beloved calf. So Krishna is like this. He's Bhakta Vatsal. He has so much intense feeling, affection for his devotee. And devotee has so much feeling for Krishna. This is the process of sadhana, how to cultivate that relationship. You can't pick it off a tree. You can't log on to the internet, Amazon.com, and get Krishna Bhakti. You can't find it in a bazaar. Give me 1 kg Krishna Bhakti. You can't pick it up off the street. You can't pick it off a tree. Krishna Bhakti comes from the heart of a pure devotee. This is how we get Krishna Bhakti. From the heart of a person who has Krishna Bhakti. So we should take note of this. Krishna says that he's controlled by bhakti, but who has bhakti? Pure devotee has bhakti. And we get that bhakti not from Krishna, but from Krishna's devotees, who are imbued with his Kripa Shakti. Krishna's mercy, his Kripa comes from Krishna's devotees. So we approach Krishna's devotees to touch this bhakti, to purify our heart, so that we can also relish the beautiful pastime of Jhulan Yatra, where all the Sakhis are engaged in swinging Radha Krishna, giving Radha Krishna pleasure. This small thing, putting Krishna on a swing, the smallest thing. That God is a person. He has his likes, he has his dislikes. He enjoys being swung by his devotees. There used to be a tree at Radhakund, the Jhulan Yatra tree, and it was all twisted because of the intensity with which the devotees were swinging Radha Krishna in this beautiful Leela. So this is their happiness, giving pleasure to Krishna. Even the smallest thing, a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, if we offer it, prayatatmana, when our heart becomes pure, we can offer something bhakti bhavitam, with love and devotion. Then Krishna is pleased. He gives us the association of devotees. Our heart becomes clean, and we make progress in spiritual life. So we can chant Krishna's name with love. We can serve Radha Krishna with love. We can serve Vaishnavas with love. And love imbues our heart, awakens in our heart, and we see the whole world as the abode of Lord's loving relationship. We see Krishna at every step of life, within everything. Stavara Jangama Deki Taramurti. And we see a pure devotee whose life is love of God, whose heart has nothing but love of God. Sees, when he looks at a tree, he doesn't see exactly a tree. He sees Krishna because of his love of God. For example, if a mother sees her child's little booty, his little shoe, or some item of clothing or toy, she thinks of the son or the daughter. She sees the son or the daughter because of her intense affection for her own child. So a devotee whose heart is become clean by the process of sadhana bhakti, by the blessing of Vaishnavas, wherever he looks, all he sees is Krishna. He sees the sun, he sees the moon, He hears sound. Rasamam Apsaponteya Prabhasvi Shatisoryo Pranavasavadeshu Shabdake Paurusham Nishu. Wherever devotee looks, he sees nothing but Krishna. How is this huge thing we call moon? How is it hanging in the sky? Is it by our power, by your power, by my power? It's by Krishna's power. Who created the moon, the sun, the clouds, the rain, the grass, the trees, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, our home, our car, our family. All of these things are coming by Krishna. And when our heart becomes clean, we see Krishna. And we develop this loving attitude towards Krishna, where our only happiness becomes seeing Krishna happy. So this festival, Jhulan Yatra, is about seeing Krishna happy. He enjoys this. He enjoys swinging with Srimati Radhika. He enjoys seeing the Sakhis happy, pulling him and laughing and enjoying life, serving Krishna, because he's the finisher of everyone's consciousness. Maharaj was giving examples. COVID virus. Everyone is afraid of this. Everyone's terrified it's going to infect me. And go look, everyone's infected with this divine Krishna prema. They don't know anything but Krishna. Whether they're churning yogurt, or they're making flower garlands, or they're cooking, or they're sewing, or they're taking care of children, or they're plowing the field, they're harvesting fruits and flowers. Krishna is everything for them. All they think is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So we can get that same feeling here in this world by this beautiful process of bhakti, which is meant to awaken our love of God. And we simply have to hear. Shrindatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Kridyantasto Yabhadrani Vidonoti Suritsata. That presently our heart is overwhelmed not by love, but by lust, anger, greed, envy, fear, malice, all inauspicious things. Abhadrani are within our heart, but by hearing Hari Katha, by hearing Hari Nam, by doing Nam Sankirtan, by doing Vaishnava Seva, that love of God awakens. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Satya Kavana Ishravanadi Shuddha Chitte Korya. Love of God is our birthright, it's our property, it's within our heart. We simply have to awaken it by the process of hearing about the beautiful Leela of Krishna. And when we see this Jhulan Yatra, this is a replica of the spiritual world. This is a replica of the happiness the devotees in Goloka are enjoying, Goloka praying. So when we see this festival, we should think this is what awaits me also by this process of sadhana. I have the opportunity in this lifetime to leave this nasty material world full of war and pestilence and envy and disease. So many inauspicious things are here. We can leave this. Chaktadeham punarjanma naiti mamiti sarjana. Can leave here and never come back and be a participant in Krishna Leela. As we're participating here, beautiful Jhulan Yatra festival, we can participate eternally in Krishna Leela and never come back again to this material world. This is the power of Krishna Bhakti. Hare Krishna. Pancha Kopati Vishya Kupasindhu Patikanam Pavanam
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Go.
Yes.
Some devotees today.
Hari Bol.
Who is there?
Jai Krishna Priya. Logoranya. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavas
Hari
Pranam.
Bol.
I am very
Muchas
happy.
gracias.
Muchas gracias, Maharaj. Thank you.
Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Sadhu Maharaj.
Jai Sadhu Maharaj. Jai Bol.
Every day.
Sadhu Maharaj ki jai.
Yay.
Lalita Mata ki jai. All people ki jai.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Bhakti Vichar Bishnu Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Sarvadrik Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Premanande Hari.
Hari Hari Bol.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
So devotees, Gurudev told tomorrow now in the evening time for you, 7 o'clock, time of Colombia, time of Mexico. Gurudev give this special class in the meeting of interreligious. So tomorrow in this time we don't have class, and after tomorrow, so Saturday also we don't have class. Gurudev have a special meeting with other devotees of the mission here in India, a very, very long meeting. So also we don't have class. So see you this Sunday with the class in Spanish translation.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
I will share the, for evening time, we will share the transmission in Facebook of Gurudev, so you can see in the profile of Gurudev Facebook. Okay? So thank you so much. I hope you are very happy with the Jhulan Yatra Darshan.
Very, very happy.
Espero que estés muy feliz con el Darshan de Jhulan Yatra y decirle a Gurudev, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna.
Haribol, Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavas, Prabhu. Dandavas.
Pues ya se fueron. Dandavat pranams a todos.
Hare Krishna.
Lalita,
Hare
Madhava,
Krishna.
Bolo. Haribol. ¿Cómo están? Haribol a todos. Dandavat pranams.